Namaste, High Vibers. This is Didi was living on High Vibe, and in today's short video, I am going to get into the discussion about the OceanGate tragedy, where the sub imploded while en route to the Titanic wreck. What can we learn as human beings that are not necessarily in submarine or engineering or aerospace community? What can we learn? Now that there are emails leaking and people are coming forward saying, hey, we are friends or we are acquaintances, we saw what he's doing, we tried to warn him, or in other cases there have been also engineers that I've seen clips of being interviewed where they said, well, he came to me to ask my opinion about this, and I told him the opinion improved this and that, and this is not a good material for the hull, like the carbon fiber material. And he would just dismiss all these people. So there's one aspect in our lives where you have the naysayers, but then if you go like for industry experts to get their approval and their ideas and just run their brains, right? It cannot be that every single person is wrong. So I was just wondering, why was he not able to just take established type of submarine and make that as a commercial effort? Why did he have to do risking of people's lives in experimental craft? And the reason for that is pretty much fanaticism and narcissism about wanting to be the Elon Musk of the deep seas. He wants to invent something that was not there yet and claim the name for it. So it's the pursuit of never-ending recognition, and he could have been recognized if he would have taken time, right? First, he's arrogant and narcissistic and self-absorbed, and he knows all best. Like, seriously, don't get involved with those people who say, I always am right and I always know best, because nobody is that person. Just ask for a second opinion. Like, you should be asking second opinion in your car repairs, doctors, all kind of things. Not like, oh yeah, well, he said, she said, whatever, and then I'm gonna run with it. No. And so it comes into this, like, he had a great idea, and I'm all for exploration, because I actually agree with the mentality where he said, like, if you don't want to, if you don't want to risk anything, don't even leave the house, because that's true. That's true. You can, there are so many ways to basically die the moment you get out of bed. But if you don't take the risk to get out of bed and do things, then you don't achieve anything. So I agree with that. It's just, we come to the next point that he lacked any considerable amount of patience. Patience. There was no patience for anything. So he's like, I wanna be pushing this thing out right now, and even if you tell me I can improve it, I'm not going to improve it. So, which leads into the next thing. Not only he was arrogant, self-absorbed, narcissistic, and he knew the best. He was also lacked patience, and he was also greedy. He was being told as somebody who was extremely well at sales at his high ticket item. It was $250K per person to get down into the depths of sea with him. And there are not so many people who can afford paying that. So he had to calm the planet, and he had to learn how to be persistent. So he was an excellent salesperson. But wealthy people say he was intimidating. He was really at it. Right? And he was greedy as heck to double up his prices from the beginning. At the beginning it was like, I think it was 110K, or it was around $100,000. And now they doubled the prices. Why? Was there like an explanation needed to break even or whatever? No, it was just basically getting profit. So yeah, it's common for corporations to do these type of things, and he had all kind of wild ideas, like do not hire white guys in their 50s because they're from Navy and they're boring and they're not inspirational. Meanwhile, I know people in the aviation community and all kind of stuff, right? Looking into getting private pilot's license. I went to a flight school and I said, who is the most experienced person to fly with here? I don't want somebody, like a lot of these people who want to work for airlines, they go and rake up their hours at as a flight instructor, and they're like 19 years old, like they're freaking in college. So you get a private pilot's license, you technically can do like your next step and you can get graded up and then you can become an instructor. So I don't want to have an instructor who has no life experience because I don't think it's inspiring. For me, what is inspiring, and I know people from Air Force, I know also people who have trained people like Navy SEALs and teaching them how to fly a plane, how to fly a helicopter, doing special missions. Those people are inspiring. And yes, they happen to be in their 50s, 60s, and 70s. So I want to hear what they have to say because I find them super inspiring. So he had all kind of ideas. And then what is also sad that a lot of these wealthy people are married with women, to women who are going in lockstep with that. I know a lot of wealthy men, and when they get married, they don't care what their husband does. He can go out and murder people. He can go out and do whatever. As long as they get the check. They don't care if he cheats. They want to have the status and the net worth that you get by being married on paper to the person. Look around you. Look at person who was previously our president. His wife was like, I have no respect for that woman, right? So she was like, oh yeah, well, he went and cheated and I stayed with him. No, like, yeah. Well, and now she's reaping the benefit of being like whatever, and she has like Secret Service protection and all of that. So what? Like, it's miserable. It's pathetic. So anyways, the way you live your life, are you truly happy? Do you want to live that way? If you're married to a person who says, hey, I want to go out and I want to inflict pain on people, I want to go out and I want to put people in danger and collect a huge paycheck for that, would you please just tell this person, please stop it. Just stop it. Just stop it. World has a lot of problems already. Why do you want to contribute in a negative way? Why? Anyways, that's going to be the end of my rant about this. Make your own conclusions. The way you think, feel, and act, what your character is, how you are as a person is going to not only contribute how you live your life, it's also going to contribute how you die. And in this case, it surely did. That's about all. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.